Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. My voice is kind of cracking. But we gonna get into this content. Strategies. We coming with the strategies, man. You know, everybody come with their strategies. But, you know, it's hard to say what will work and what won't. But I'm just going to give you what I've seen work, what I know works from my experiences, from other people that I know experiences that have success in dealing with these modern women, y'all. So listen, what do I always tell y'all? What's one of the things I always tell y'all? I always tell y'all that a lot of these women, they're going to say things and do things, try to get an upper hand on you, to get an edge on you, right? They're going to make you think this is about looks or it's about finances. But the first thing I want to tell you is don't let them make you think, or don't let them try to make it about either. Why? Because okay, this is how it works. If you want to buy somebody something, buy it. But if you don't want to buy somebody something, you should never be in a position where they can force your hand financially. So you got to have an I don't care attitude, and you got to stop them from making things about looks and money. How do you do that? By not dealing with them. See, there's not a woman that's walking in this country or in this world that you have to deal with. Like, you just have to deal with her or you're gonna die. Y'all dudes just be simping. So you act like you have to deal with these women. I can tell you like this. I be conversating, but a lot of them don't be making the cut. They don't be making the cut. Some of them be trying to play hard to get. Some of them be trying to play 304. Like, y'all be amazed. These women be trying to have rotations, man. Like, literally, they be trying to have rotations. Like, they'll try to have you in their rotation. And sometimes it be the single mothers, too. You know, but don't let none of them make it about money. So I was told, again, this is why I tell y'all, don't listen, man. Once your relationship goes sour, don't even talk about relationships with these women, man. Kids or no kid. You got kids with her, so what? Let's talk about the kids. We ain't got nothing else to talk about but the kids. You know, because when you start talking about other things with a woman that it didn't work out with, you gonna lose. You gonna lose every time. You know, once you dump them, or once you make it up in your mind to dump them, then that's when you need to cut her off in terms of anything she could say or do that will be influential in some way on you. And never let nobody play the religious card on you. You be like, well, God, so the Most High know I'm finna smash. He know I'm gonna get some sex. They'll try to play that religious card on. Remember how Martin did David Allen Greer, Lonnie Love, Reverend Lonnie Love, when he said, so that means you ain't going to be doing the nasty. No, that's not what that means. See, preachers for a long time been acting fake and letting people dictate what they can do and not do. And sometimes it be people that don't even know the word, ain't talked to the Most High no time in their life, but swear that they know everything that you supposed to do and you supposed to be. I don't let people do me like that. You ain't got to listen to me. You ain't got to come to my church. You ain't got to watch my video. You ain't got to do nothing. if you don't understand the points that I put out and the things that I do and the things that I say, then why would you even bother with me? You're not going to influence me. If I know something and you think something, what you think is not going to influence me because of what I know. And one thing I know is I know that women are not supposed to have any type of advantages over men, regardless of what your religion is. If they do, your religion is fake and flawed. Like you ain't there. Because the Most High never give a woman an advantage over a man. Well, you ain't supposed to be having sex until you get married. Well, if he can't what if he can't find no wife? What if all the women that he see are H to the O? What, he's supposed to marry one of them? You're not supposed to marry 304s, man. People was marrying virgins and women that was close to being virgin. They wasn't marrying women with high body counts. Read your Bibles. A lot of these women today would be disqualified during biblical times for marriage. They would have to be in the shrines. So, don't let them make this stuff about money. What you want to be about money, let that be about money. But don't let no woman make anything about money. Because you don't have to have them. You don't have to look at them. You don't have to deal with them. No matter how good they look, no matter how their body is, you don't have to deal with them. So, the next thing, when you try to talk to some woman, right? Once she turns you down, doesn't respond, doesn't give you a reason why she didn't respond, you're supposed to stop talking to her. You ain't supposed to keep trying to talk to her. Because these are the type of things that develop disrespect. Like, for instance, if you marry a woman that rejected you initially, it's not gonna work. When they play hard to get, you're supposed to move on. You're supposed to move on. Like, because even if they don't like you per se, they still could conversate with you on what's that gonna hurt. But when they reject you, that's supposed to be the end. Ain't no chick gonna reject me and I still be trying to get with him. I'll be like, so you rejected me or what? Is that a no? You got to be assertive with these women. You got to come right at them, say exactly what you got to say. Y'all too thirsty, man. That's why they act like they do. These women could be a complete thought and act like they're a catch because of some of y'all. Y'all don't know how to deal with them. Now, next thing. If let's say she has a boyfriend. I'm finna show you something. I'm finna show you how not to mess up the game. If she has a husband, if she has a boyfriend, you ask her, so you single, you got friends with benefit, do you deal with any men at all? Well, I deal with this. Move on. Talk to somebody else. Put an X by her. Don't try to get with her no more. When you try to get with women that's dealing with other men, you messing up the game. All of you polyamory dudes are simps. Y'all sharing women, y'all simps. Y'all messing it up. Y'all messing up the game. A lot of these guys going to jail because of some of you little cake daddy, little trick daddies. So, here's what I mean. These dudes be tricking off on these women, right? Tricking off on them. And then they'll stop tricking off on them. So, what these women do when you stop tricking on them, they go after somebody. Like, they'll go after their kid's father for money. They'll make up some stuff. I remember in 1975, he did this. This is why we seeing this. All this stuff that happened back in the day at Hollywood parties and stuff. I ain't never even been to a Hollywood party, but I know what be happening. They bringing that stuff up because of y'all trick daddy. Y'all cut them off, and they be like, man, I'm not, y'all, they got a taste of a certain lifestyle, and y'all cut them off, so now they gonna attack somebody. And when women attack, it's not always physical. It could be legal, like legal battles. It's not physical. Next thing you know, some dude done got served up child support papers. Or some dude done got Me Too because of y'all trick daddies. Y'all got them used to a certain lifestyle, giving them this, giving them that. Ain't even your wife, ain't your concubine. And now she ain't got nothing, so she going after whoever she could get because of the trick daddy. Now, if you do it up front, then that's more respectable than a dude who going behind somebody back, some dude back, talking about, I'll take care of you, this, that, and the other. You gotta, you know, don't talk to nobody's wife, man. Cut your conversation short. She married, they be like, because this is what they do. They'll say, well, I'm planning on getting a divorce. No, they ain't. They ain't gonna do nothing. They basically setting the stage for you and him to get into it. But you won't have to get into it if you just stop talking to them women in those situations. I don't care if it's your ex. Trust me when I tell you. You gotta stop doing it. Gotta stop doing that. You're messing up the game. So, don't let them be hypergamous on you. If they do it to somebody else, you can't control what somebody else do. But don't let them make it about money and about this and about that. Tell them, man, listen, what you see is what you get. If you don't like what you see, you don't like what you're going to get from me, then it's other guys out here. Y'all got to stop acting thirsty. And matter of fact, people be acting thirsty over stuff that ain't even good. Some of these chicks, they sex ain't good. Too many people done got it. Too many people done crouched down in that little stuff. They ain't no good. So, I'm not saying I'm just the greatest dude when it comes, but I will say that a lot of y'all dudes need to be more like me. I have no ill feelings. Not jealous, not bitter about the marriage that done went sour. It don't matter. It happens. Y'all gotta be like that too. Don't be fighting over these women. Don't get no shootouts over these women. Don't be threatening nobody over these women. Once you gone, you gone. Who cares, man? Who cares? She be like, that's why he hit the bottom of my stuff. You ain't. Who cares? Stop caring. Next thing. You care too much. Don't you know what world you live in? This is 2023. You couldn't even care like this. The 90s was way better in terms of dating. But you still couldn't care like some of y'all do. You just couldn't. Man, I was cutting chicks off left and right. I'll be dealing with them one week. Next week, I ain't dealing with them no more. That's how it be. You on my program, I ain't on yours. Next thing. Make it about you. No matter what. I don't care if you ain't never been outside in 10 years. When you start dealing with these women, you make it about you. Make them get on your program, not theirs. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Sometimes y'all date people at work. Let me give you a scenario. You date your manager, she your manager. You better tell her, like, I need you to understand something. You might be the manager here, but you ain't no manager over me. So if you deal with her, you tell her that she ain't gonna be bossing nothing when it come to you. Or if, let's say she a boss at her job, but you don't work with her. Make sure that she understand that you the boss there, but you ain't the boss here. And these chicks, all these chicks that want to talk about, bring up their education, man, please. Make it about you. Tell her she keep trying to bring up her education, like telling you need to go back to college and all that. Be like, listen, it's good you got that education, but I'm still the man. I'm still calling the shot. You don't want me to call the shots? Go get you a different man. These women think certain stuff give them some type of leadership role. I don't care what your education level is. I don't care what your net worth is. I don't care what your credentials are. If you get with me, you gonna submit. Simple as that. Ain't no 50-50. 50-50 is not heterosexuality. It's not. The male is supposed to be the dominant one. And 50-50, all that stuff. And matter of fact, I don't care if it is your pastor telling you that. That stuff is not truth. It's Luciferianism too. That's not biblical. Show me in the Bible somebody that was in a 50-50 relationship. It's not even biblical. These guys just be compromising. So you got to make them get on your program, man. Like I said, make it about you. Make it about you. Let them laugh. Let them giggle. Let them talk about you. When they done, they can go on right outside and go home. Simple as that. And get blocked. Stop playing with these women, man. Make sure, if you play with them, it should be a joking time, laughing time. It shouldn't be like a consistent lifestyle or a consistent thing that keep happening. You gotta make sure they know that you ain't finna play with them, man. I could care less, man. I could care less. The times I had the most success with women was when I had this same attitude I got now. I started caring too much, and that's when all that mess came. More mess than I had before that. And another thing, do not let your spirituality get in the way of your judgment when it comes to women. Because that's where I messed up. I'm telling you, that's where I messed up. And you think you doing what God will want you to do by allowing these women to have too much say. But eventually they're going to start disrespecting you, having emotional affairs, and getting out of control with their mouth. And it will be all your fault. So you got to make sure they know not to play with you. You got to make sure, let's backtrack. Make sure they're on your program. They don't have no program. That's why you don't How many men took their wife's last name? I'll wait. They take your last name because when they marry you, they supposed to be on your program. They don't get on your program. When is the divorce date? Because it needs to happen. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with more videos. Y'all got to start being good men. A good man is going to keep these women in line, keep them in their place, or you ain't going to deal with them. You're a good man when you don't deal with women that's out of control, that don't want to listen, that's rebellious. A good man ain't going to deal with those type. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos.